What's up, Warhams? This is the story of how GW retconned out one of its best inside jokes. It all has to do with this guy, Lion L. Johnson, and if you're a Dark Angels player, you probably know where I'm going with this. So for a little bit of context, within the lore of Warhammer 40,000, the Dark Angels are the keepers of a very dark secret, which is that during the Horus Heresy, the civil war that nearly tore apart the Imperium of Man, some of them sided with Chaos. Now, they've since retconned this to be more of an accident, but I'll get into that later. It all starts with them having a dark secret, remember that. Now their Primarch, Lion L. Johnson, his name is a reference to this guy, Lionel Johnson. He was a 19th century British poet. He was a very devout Catholic and also secretly very gay. And he wrote a poem about that, and he called it The Dark Angel. It's a beautiful poem. I won't read it here because I don't want to insult the man or his work. I can tell you that it's a beautiful poem about being torn up inside, about having a secret. Being gay at that time in England was criminalized. It was a huge deal. And for him, being openly gay would have been unthinkable. And as a devout Catholic, he was sort of required to hate himself for it. Now that figures into Dark Angels lore because for the last 10,000 years, the Dark Angels have been on a quest to find all of the fallen, the Dark Angels that fell to Chaos, and either get them to confess and repent, or just kill them. It's a blunt metaphor about self-hatred. Now, in the lore, Lion L. Johnson was mortally wounded by a guy named Luther, and he's been asleep for 10,000 years in the fortress monastery called The Rock. But now he's back, baby, and that golden-haired stud, well, he's a silver fox diesel daddy. He's kicking ass and he's taking name. And interestingly, he's found all of the fallen members that didn't actually fall to Chaos. It was all a misunderstanding. And he's brought them back into the fold, and the whole thing has become a reference to Camelot. Also, in the new lore, the name Lion L. Johnson means lion, son of the forest, which doesn't make any sense. Because if your name is L. Johnson, it means you're the son of a guy named John. John's son. It's in the name. Now, I see this as a retcon. I see it as wiping out what was sort of an interesting part of the inside baseball of the game. But you could interpret this as him as being back. He's out and proud, baby. Look at him strut. Anyway, the chapter's yours again, Lion. Don't fuck it up.